Have you ever thought, why do I suck at fantasy football? Welcome. This is the Commissioner Fantasy Football Podcast.
And welcome to the Commissioner Fantasy Football Podcast with me, your host, Eric and Matt Vitaly.
Hey.
There, we're side.
How's everyone doing? All right.
Part two.
I got a few. Yeah, you did your. I have some beef with the last 3 weeks.
Okay, slice up the beef.
We were supposed to talk about this last week, and it didn't work out. All right. Now, as you guys know, we're in a few podcasts together.
In a few leagues together.
And a few podcasts, technically. We've done another one before, yeah.
Sure.
So I wasn't completely wrong, but we're in a few leagues together. And the main league, the one I'm really into, the one I really try
league.
hard. Yeah.
Come on,
the main league. It's
Over
the original
10
league. Okay, so week 5. All right. Now, what would you say a good solid score for you to win any game in this league would be?
This league, because it's a little higher scoring, we have a few more spots. We don't have defenses or kickers. So we're usually like a 130 to 140 as a good average score.
Good solid,
game.
right? You're 150, You're probably winning that week.
Yeah, 150 is usually kind of on the high end.
Okay, so I finished my Sunday night, all my players play, and I'm at 175.44. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little, almost 30 points ahead of my opponent, who has one person left, and that's Marquise Brown for the Ravens. Now,
that was a crazy Monday night game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm in Europe, so our time differences are a little different. So I remember going to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. That's a different time zone. So I remember going to sleep, and I'm looking at Marquise Brown's history. I'm going, what is the most fantasy points this man has ever scored? I think it was like 28 or 29. And I was like, what are the chances that tomorrow he's going to break his record? Okay.
9 out of 10.
I watch half of the game. And I'm feeling good. It's halftime. It's like 5 a.m. here. I'm super tired. Fall asleep. Wake up expecting that I got to win. And I lost by 0.84 points. He scores 176.28.
So why do you do that to me this past week in a different league?
I did not do that to you. I did not.
What was it? Point?
No,
didn't beat me by point.
No, I beat you. I can tell you right now. Okay? All right? I can tell you exactly what happened this last week.
Yeah.
I had 100. Okay? That's 191.0 points. You had 190.86. I beat you by 0.2.
It was 9-6. It was 9. You know, it was 9-6.
Oh, 8-6.
Because what's his name took a knee.
Oh, I know. I lost several years ago. I lost because a quarterback took a knee.
I'm glad I wasn't in that position, but that was tough. This is a super flex league that we play.
Here's why it's different, Eric. Let me explain to you why it's different. Can I explain to you why it's different? I feel like I'm going to explain to you why it's different. Here it goes.
You could, but you're also
no. I'm explaining to you. Listen, okay.
It's not different. It's just
I ended. You had 4 players left, and I was already at 191. 3? Okay.
3.
You had 2 quarterbacks and wide receivers.
Bottom of the barrel quarterbacks. Geno Smith.
You paid more for
Winston.
your kid, bro. Yeah. Okay. Listen. You weren't even supposed to get that close. Okay.
I was projected to win.
You were projected to win after 2 or 3 of your players went off.
Well, they usually go off. Come on, Cooper Kupp and McLaurin are always up there. Relax.
Kupp. All right. Also, why does Stafford hate Woods?
He doesn't hate him. It's just Stafford. If you look back at Stafford's, I'm the biggest Stafford guru fantasy. He's my quarterback. He's the guy that I envy because I wish he played for the Packers. Well, kind of not because Rodgers played. Whatever.
Okay.
The talent wise is always underrated. If you look back at his history in the Lions, he always liked wide receivers like Cooper Kupp because Cooper Kupp plays everything. And that's what I think he kind of likes about him because Robert Woods is a one pony. Well, Robert Woods could go deep, but they got other guys to do that. Jefferson, what's his name? Jackson
Yeah.
has gone deep. So Robert
All I'm saying
Woods,
is I miss Woods with Goff. I mean, fantasy wise.
yeah, because Goff likes. We'll talk about. Well, I did talk about him last time you were on the last episode.
Okay.
But the guy to pick up, we still have waiver wires to go through by tonight. But
Waiver wires,
Khalif
baby.
Raymond from the Detroit Lions
Mm-hmm.
looks like, I talked about him a little bit, that he's been the guy in Detroit, and he reminds me kind of, maybe he's a little smaller than Robert Woods, but
Yeah.
it's also the this Rams offense. Robert Woods is limited
Mm-hmm.
for PPR purposes. They don't use him for deep threats, which he's good at. He's could do everything, but he's one trick pony for this team. He could do everything, but for this team, they don't need him to do everything. So, and Cup is good.
Anyways,
We all
week
know
7, I started Claypool instead of Beasley because Juju Smith's out. Figured Claypool was going to get some action. Got 2 points and I lost that week.
How
Would
do
have
you
won.
feel so all those weeks that we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
those were like, you go in your fantasy and there's a bunch of high scoring teams. The opposite happened in week 17, week 7, that there's a
Where
lot of
Mike
bottom
Williams
scoring.
for the Chargers usually gets you like 20, 30 points and end up getting
Well,
like 2.
there was 6 bye weeks, so 6 teams on bye. So
Well,
that
this
was a big
last
one.
week,
This
yeah.
Yeah, this last week. That's why I think there was a lot of low scoring teams, because people were using players from their benches.
Correct. I had to pick up a few people. I picked up Russell Gage, who worked out this week. Thank you.
Yeah, even Brian
did-
Edwards scored a touchdown.
I did not listen to you, but yeah, Edwards did pretty well too. But
both did okay.
Gage was the better.
Waller was out, and we didn't know Waller was going to be out. So
That's true.
knowing Waller was out, Edwards is going to be like a surefire start.
Yep. So it worked out. I was super worried about this last week because I had 6 people on bye. It's a lot of players that I usually start. And luckily, Danny, the opponent, hey, Danny, I know you listen. He's one of our 3 listeners. So shout out to Danny there.
True fan. Get him on soon. He wants to get on. I told him when you come back on, because I don't usually use Zoom. So I was like, when you come back on, we'll get something scheduled.
Yeah, well, we can set it up with him. So I was concerned. Luckily, he also had buys and a bunch of injuries, and he only recruited running backs in his draft. So he didn't have much of a wide receiver.
Chubb was gone. Yeah, Chubb was out. So his team looks like it's made for the rest of the season. We'll see. But
if he stays healthy, he's going to be decent. But still,
let's go ahead and talk about this trade that kind of worked out to
the one you did?
I don't know. So Sunday morning, right before, so we have Jeff in early. He's been on this podcast. He has a horrible team. His best asset is Tyreek Hill. He's been trying to trade Tyreek Hill, but he tried to trade him to me, and I said, no, you want too much. And I don't need him. I have good wide receivers. I get a text Sunday morning, like an hour and a half before the game start. The text says, hey, because Jeff has been wanting Mahomes. I have Mahomes. He's like, hey, you want just straight up Hill from Mahomes? Now, I like Mahomes. I like to have a quarterback that I don't have to worry about. It's just great. But I'm like, I can't pass this up because it's Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Burrow on my team like 2 weeks ago because I picked him up just to have him on the team. And I'm like, well, I don't have a quarterback. All the quarterbacks on waiver wire kind of suck. So I have to go pick somebody up. He's like, hey, I'll give you Burrow. Just throw in another wide receiver. I'm like, okay. It's like, I'll take Burrow. I think Burrow's going to have a good season. He averages over 20 points.
He's got Chase
so the trade goes through.
Yeah.
And guess what happens that day? Everybody knows. Mahomes had the worst game of his career.
Ooh, he looked so bad.
The team looked bad.
Yeah, the entire team looked bad. Also, I've never seen him get sacked so much.
Their offensive line has issues. And then Burrow ends up being quarterback number 1, just destroying the Ravens completely. Oh my, that game was.
The only downside is you have Hill. And he kind of didn't do his thing.
I have Hill, but Hill, when the backup came in for the Kansas City, Hill got a few more catches.
Yeah, I know.
So Hill had more points than Mahomes.
Yep.
In the end, and so I'm okay with Hill because my wide receiver core is great in that league.
While we're talking about quarterbacks getting sacked, what did you think about Murray?
Murray.
The five flags they threw on
Oh,
the
well, it's whatever. He's smaller. They're gonna throw it at him.
smaller. But what is the defensive back going to do? What is he supposed to do?
Um, don't tackle babies. That's what he's
What
supposed
is he going to be like? Please lay down, take a knee. What do you? I mean, you gotta.
to push, push.
No, I mean it looked pretty bad from the
Uh,
original play, but then the
there,
replay on the different side, it was a legal hit. It was fair. There's no reason for those
it,
flags coming out.
if Murray was 6'5", Cam Newton, it wouldn't be called. That's
Well,
another
because it wouldn't
bias.
look like that from far away, right? And it
Exactly.
looks like
So,
Murray kind of saw him coming and dropped.
yeah,
Um,
drop and tuck and roll.
yeah, so Murray definitely sold it, but it seemed like a fair hit. I don't know. I don't know what else they want him to do. Not tackle the quarterback, not do his job.
All right.
Um,
Well, what about
all right.
this? Here's a take for you. Sell
Mhm.
high on Cooper Cup. Sell
Ooh.
high on Jamar Chase.
I
Sell
don't.
them, right? Do you sell
Well,
them?
for you, no.
No, you
Uh,
don't sell them. I'm
you could
kidding.
you could sell Cup. You can get if you need a
Who
running
who would you
back.
give? Who would you want for? I have Kamara and Eckler. Like I'm. Who would I give up for Cup? Like Zeke? Would that be?
I don't know if I
I
would do.
wouldn't do
I
that.
don't know if I'd do Zeke, but like
Who
if
would you do? Cook?
I'd go for a Henry. McCaffrey's coming back.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
nobody would do that, right? Nobody who has McCaffrey
Yeah,
would
but
trade
if
McCaffrey for Cooper Cup.
I don't know, you can make a deal. You can get someone.
But in our league, everybody's like, "Well, if Cooper Cup was drafted like round 5, and then and Christian McCaffrey was the overall number 1 draft pick." Oh,
Yeah, it
Steve won't say
doesn't.
that,
Yeah, but
but
it doesn't matter at this point. It matters
and
who's
then
producing the points.
in our league, Brian Murph, he never says anything.
I know.
His team's going off. He comes in, like, drops a player, picks up a player, and leaves.
Yeah.
It feels like he comes in the room, does his little job, and leaves.
He's like that
Everybody's like,
roommate you never talk to that like always washes his dishes on time and was
he
like
knows what
super
he's doing,
clean.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's super nice, super clean. Just like comes in, washes the dishes, doesn't say hello, doesn't say goodbye.
He
Is
doesn't look at
always
the
in his
arguments.
room.
He's like,
He's
whatever he's
always
doing
in
is
his
there.
room playing World of Warcraft or whatever cool games people play nowadays.
Or he's just getting smarter, and we're like just arguing here in the living room. We're
Yeah,
throwing things at each
I don't
other.
even think I've ever seen his icon come up that he's read something.
Only comes up when he comes in to drop something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he reads anything on the message boards. He definitely doesn't respond to messages about trades because I've tried. Uh, it's like the roommate you knock and like he's there, but he just doesn't answer. And you're like, the guy pays his rent. He's clean.
Just
Like he doesn't take too long in the bathroom. I mean, it'd be nice if he talked to us a little more, but you can't really complain about him. Also,
so,
he's doing well.
yeah,
At least he's picking up, dropping. He's
yeah.
managing his
No,
team.
he's active. Yeah, he's managing his team. But last year he was doing the same thing, and he didn't even make the finals, and he had a good team too. So
Mhm.
you got to be active. And
All right, let's get this thing rolling, man. All right, Chargers versus the Patriots. Let's go.
the Patriots are coming to Los Angeles to
Mhm.
take on the Chargers, who had a bye week. The Patriots, Mac Jones, you could, I don't know, you could start Mac Jones. He looks like, we talked about him before. He looks
I think that a lot of that's Belichick. Like
no,
Belichick. What did I
yeah,
say?
it's a good. They have a good core of a team to put things together. If you look at the Jets, compare
Mhm.
the Jets and compare that organization
Yeah.
with the New England Patriots organization. Two different organizations make a big difference about their players.
Yeah,
And just yeah,
you can make an argument that Jones isn't as good of a quarterback,
yeah,
but
the
because
Zach Wilson
he's
might be even better.
because he's in the on the Patriots,
Oh, the
that says a lot.
Jets.
I
They just
mean,
need to fire everybody. Horrible team.
I told you. I
I
think we were
know. I have
talking.
more hopes for them. Like,
Yeah, we
they
were
had a good game.
talking, and I was like, dude, the Jets they're not gonna have a good game. And you're like, you don't know, I mean, Zach Wilson, man.
Dude, they had a
It,
great game the week before. They looked great. Zach Wilson looked great. The team
Mhm.
was Michael Carter, the rookie, was up and coming and going, and just the Patriots, yeah, whatever. So
it
Mac
didn't look very good.
Jones,
Yeah.
Damian Harris, the running back,
Hmm.
Jacoby Myers, he's the wide receiver that's really
He,
good at PPR.
yeah, he's starting to look more like a Edelman. He's getting.
Yeah, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Edelman at least got the touchdowns, so it's like,
Well, yeah, give him a few more weeks. I think they're going to figure things out. Watching the Patriots week to week, they're progressively getting better.
yeah. And Hunter Henry, the tight ends are coming into play. Hunter Henry's
Yeah,
like 5 touchdowns in a row in every game.
and
So Hunter Henry's a good start.
you know the Patriots and their history with tight ends, so
Yeah, it's like,
it's looking good. Question is what's going on with the Chargers now? The Patriots defense looks good. They
yeah,
look
the
like
Chargers are going to be okay. The
well, I
bye
mean,
week, they prepared.
they had a bye week, but week 6 didn't look good for them.
Yeah, but Patriots are traveling. That's a travel game.
Mhm.
Was the it's like Chargers are 6-point favorites, almost a touchdown favorites. So
Yeah,
I think the Chargers would be okay off a bye week. They have again Eckler. You start Keenan Allen. You start your Mike Williams. You start your even Cooks. Jeez, the tight. I so many Cooks.
Mike.
Brandon Cooks. This is Jared Cook.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Mike Williams has a chance to get to where Cup and Chase are. You know,
Mm,
he's he's one of those guys that breaks a few tackles and can run the field as well.
yes, but he definitely needs a touchdown. Like Cooper Cup can survive without a touchdown, so can Jamar
Mhm.
Chase. But and Herbert's a start. So there you go. Those are some easy starts right there
Eckler,
for you.
you said Eckler, right?
Eckler, yeah. I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
Eckler.
yeah. Okay.
Easy team, easy.
All right. That
Um,
magnificent Seahawks and the Jags.
Oh, the Seahawks.
I
I
didn't
feel
watch
bad.
that game. I was sleeping. But
The worst thing I have had, it happens to me every Monday night where like there's a few players playing against me. I'm like, well, I'm not
Mhm,
worried about DK Metcalf, right? They have
mhm.
Geno Smith. It's going to be raining. It's bad weather.
Yeah.
One catch for 84 yards and a touchdown. And in one league, I disappeared. The other league we were playing, I was playing against Johnny in our dynasty league.
Mhm.
Johnny was 2 points away, and this was in the first quarter. And I was like, I'm done there too. Not another catch. Or no, he had one more catch, and that's it. Sorry, 2
Mhm.
catches. It's just like, and then Lockett had nothing. So you can't trust anybody in that Seattle's. Well, maybe their defense. I think you can start their defense in this game. They're
Mhm.
playing at Seattle, probably more bad weather up there.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are traveling.
How
So
long is Wilson out for?
I don't know. I think probably 4 more weeks.
I mean,
I think the Panthers are-
the only good thing about that is Kamara helped me win our dynasty league. I was supposed to lose. I was supposed to lose.
Kamara looked like Kamara of the old. Like there was nobody else. Like you even said, he looked at the stats. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Receiving like 11
Yeah,
receptions. What do you have?
128 yards receiving, I think, 58 rushing.
Like 10 or 11 receptions,
Yeah.
plus like 53 yards on the
So
ground.
PPR
touchdown.
leagues, I mean, do you put him on a wide receiver list, running back? Is he technically now a wide receiver who sometimes plays running back?
But that's been
I
his
know.
mojo before
I
too.
know.
So that's his.
They're
okay,
finally using him for what he's
Thank you.
made for. All
Right.
right.
The
Saints and
Jags.
the
Well,
Bucks.
wait, the
Oh,
Jaguars, man.
did
The
we
Jaguars.
not? Did we not do the Jags? I thought we did.
Travis.
Travis Lawrence.
Travis Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence. I don't know. The only people I was starting this from the Jaguars is James Robinson, the running back. He's utilized as a running back. I think they have a good running game, and then he's utilized as a pass catcher. Now, trusting Marvin Jones in Seattle or Chenault Jr. in Seattle, no, thank you. So
Yeah,
stay away from those guys.
I try to stay away from most of the Jaguars.
Mm.
But,
It depends. I started Marvin Jones 3 weeks in a row. You got me 1 out of 3 weeks. So there you go.
mm,
3, 17. All right.
okay. All right. Saints at the Bucks. This should be a good game.
No, it's not going to be a good game because the Saints offense is like we just talked about. Start your Kamara because Kamara should be good, even against the good Bucks run defense. Khalil Herbert, the guy from Chicago, the rookie, just got 100 yards against him. So, and the Chicago's horrible.
Yep.
So don't worry about Kamara. Start Kamara, but that's the only player I would start from the Saints. Unless Michael Thomas, I don't think he's going to come back this week.
Well,
So
Winston? No?
no,
I mean, it's
I
gonna be
mean,
in a
two quarterbacks.
shootout,
I have to. It's not going to be a shootout.
Gotta
Dude,
be. If,
See what happened to the Bears?
I guess.
What do you think is going to happen to the Saints? It's going
I
to be.
don't know.
It's going to be bad.
All right, we'll see. Obviously,
Unless-
start every single person on the Bucks, including their fullback.
Well, don't start OJ Howard. I try to start him in one league. Don't start their tight ends. Well, Gronkowski should be back. He's practicing.
Yeah.
Fournette's the guy there. Start your Fournette, start Mike Evans, start Godwin, start Brady. Now, the biggest, what I read
Is Brown
earlier
back
today
or no?
was no, he's on crutches. So
Mm.
it looks like it's going to be a long-term injury
Which
for
is good
Antonio
for
Brown.
Godwin player.
And Mike Evans.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. That's a plus thing. But Gronkowski coming back for Evans is a bad thing.
Well, because Evans gets those short touchdowns.
Even
He's
in the
there.
end zone, there were red zone
Yeah.
touchdowns too. So
Yeah, he's
he had
usually
3 on Sunday.
Godwin's their far guy, right? He throws
Well,
far, usually.
kind of Mike Evans. They play a nice role now for everything. Godwin
Yeah.
was more of a slot guy, short, like he was the Edelman, right? A few years ago. Mike Evans is the deep threat, but they use everything now, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a solid team.
I would start the Bucs defense. So
I wouldn't, but yeah. If you want points, don't start them. But.
One more Sunday afternoon game before
unless they get that, unless they get like a fumble recovery to a touchdown.
Yeah, I would start the Bucs defense. Don't worry, start them.
Okay.
Saints are not good.
All right. Broncos at Washington football.
Washington at the Broncos. This is Washington traveling to Denver.
Why is my thing? Why are they on the bottom? That's weird.
No, they're playing in Denver. That's 100% sure.
No, I believe you. I just
Washington, Heineke. What can you say about Mr. Heineke? He's kind of the beer of.
He is dedicated to his craft. He
plays with heart.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to outwork everyone. I don't know if he'll get there this year, but I don't think they're going to be looking for a new quarterback.
I think they will.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Heineke's looking good. He's just not. He's not connecting very well. I mean, but
they're
they did
2-5. Doesn't matter how good he looks. They're 2-5 with a lot of weapons. Well, they lost their tight end Thomas. But Ricky Seals-Jones is not a bad tight end to be replaced.
Yeah, but remember, Heineke wasn't supposed to start the season.
No, I mean, you had Mr.
Fitzpatrick, who's probably not going to be there next year.
Yeah, but I think they're going to look for a new quarterback. I don't think he's
maybe
quarterback.
When are they supposed to get a name? Or are they
just coming up? Should be by next year. Should be by next year.
Are they doing the whole fans vote thing, or
I don't know. I don't really care about that. Okay, for this team, Gibson. If you have Antonio Gibson, I'm sorry. McKissick is probably a good guy to have on your bench because when they're going to be behind, I don't know about this game. The Broncos are not a good team either. Jeez, what a disappointing team. Right. If you have McKissick, and not in this game, but another game where the team is better, like if the Packers were better, or if they play another team, when they're down, McKissick is used more. Antonio Gibson is not used. McLaurin is Heineke's guy. Like McLaurin, dude, he's talented. Start that guy every week, no questions asked. For the Broncos, I think Jerry Jeudy might be back. He should be back if he is.
I think if he's back and he's healthy, I think it's going to be a very different Broncos team.
We'll see. And I'm hoping the same thing. I'm hoping Bridgewater, that helps Bridgewater because the other wide receivers and Noah Fant just, man, it's just disappointing to start any of these guys. I started Hamilton.
They're always getting down in the beginning, you know? And they're fighting back.
And their running back is like 50-50 splits. You have Javonte Williams and you have Mr. Ex-Charger Melvin Gordon. They're splitting each getting a touchdown, each getting like their perfect split. Yeah. So you could start both of them. I still think they're startable. So,
anyone else for those teams?
No.
All right, Vikings, Cowboys.
Sunday night game looks like a doozy, and monitor Dak Prescott because he's injured. He was injured. He was in, I think, a cast. So a lot of reports from the former Packers head coach McCarthy that he should play, but they're monitoring him. But if he plays, it should be a great game to watch. I think they're going to be an offensive blast.
So what's going to happen to Zeke if I know you just said his name, Prescott.
Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
No, you start Zeke. You just have to. Everybody else kind of is a downgrade. Zeke is the only guy I would be.
Zeke is starting to look like Zeke again.
He's talented and he picks it up. He gets better as the season goes. So that's a good part with
Zeke. Well, not last year, but yeah.
The Vikings now, that's just tough. You start
Cook's back.
Jefferson, Thielen. I told you we keep talking with him.
I know you're down on Thielen, but
I'm not down on him. I'm just saying he's touchdown dependent. Without no touchdown,
No, he's getting the solid 70, 80 yards a game, even without a touchdown. What do you mean no?
Go look at his stats.
I have him, dude. I got him. All right.
Yeah,
talk.
I have him. He scored 2 touchdowns.
Talk while I look, man. Come on.
I'll talk when you look. So for the Vikings, Conklin. I think I butchered the tight end's name.
Who the hell is Conklin?
Their tight end.
Oh.
They have a nice
Conklin.
Try to pronounce.
God damn it.
Conklin. Mr.
Conklin.
If you're desperate at tight end, because a lot of people are, he's not a bad start. The Dallas Cowboys are not that great against the tight ends. Mm-hmm. Kirk Cousins is like a bottom of the barrel start if you're looking for a quarterback, but there's not a lot of teams on bye. Like Derek Carr's on bye, and what's his name? Lamar Jackson's on bye, so you shouldn't be worried about having another quarterback. There are better options out there than Kirk Cousins, I think. But Kirk Cousins can have a huge game. Mm-hmm. So I know Vitaly's low doing. So that's the
right. So last game he had 126 yards.
Relax about the last game. I get there's like games where he goes off. I guess, but any other games over 100 yards, bud?
Not over 100, but he'll get you 50 to 80 yards.
50. Now you're a 50. Now you're a 70.
Well, you know, once you look at the data. But
50
look,
yards on 4 catches isn't good.
Somebody's gotta catch touchdowns there.
Yeah, and that's a good thing you're banking on. So you have a higher percentage of him getting a touchdown. All right, Monday night.
All right, Monday night we got the Chiefs versus the
Crappy
Giants.
Teams, dude. This is gonna be a horrible game.
Now,
the Giants
usually,
the Chiefs
usually we'd be like, oh my God, the Giants are gonna get their asses kicked, right? Like hands down.
Giants defense is good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like now you don't know. You're like, the Giants.
Okay, so
could win this game.
So Mahomes passed the protocol. Sorry, Mahomes passed the concussion protocol because that hit was horrible.
He passed it that same day too, didn't they?
Yeah, it's fine. So he's fine. It's just the neck. I was like, his neck went back. So here's the thing about this game is that now that he's playing, the KC's projected to win by 9.5. Mm-hmm. Imagine if KC was KC of the old. What do you think the?
It'd be like at least 20.
17, 18. Yeah. So I don't know. I would bet on the Giants in this game.
Right? He's gone for another few weeks.
He's still out. So Darrell Williams looks like he's still being utilized, and he has a history with the team. So Darrell Williams is a solid start. Look, you're going to start Mahomes. You're going to start Tyreek Hill. You're going to start Kelsey. Nobody else.
You got it because they're coming back this week, and they're going to have to make a statement.
Now, here's the thing. Do you start Daniel Jones? Do you start their running back?
I think so. Look,
Booker. Sorry,
Jones is a fighter. He doesn't go down.
He runs. He has a base for running the football.
He does, but it's so hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like if Roethlisberger ran more. You know.
At least he tries.
No, so I mean he's pretty quick. He's just big. It doesn't look like he's going fast, but he's actually going really fast.
There's going to be a wide receiver that's going to go off. Like Dante Pettis, I talked about, that had a good game, but I don't know who to start from their wide receiver, so I'm not going to trust anybody. You want to throw in and see if Shepard plays, you could throw in Shepard.
He might
I think Booker, the running back, and Daniel Jones is a sneaky late.
When's Bark? Is he done for the year? Or?
Barkley's he should be coming back probably a few weeks. So.
That should be interesting once he's back too.
I am on the time limit here, so we're done for the games.
You got another show. That's right.
Yeah, I got a couple baby show, called a Judah baby show.
All right, man. You want to sign us off?
Let's go.
All right, so that's Eric, and this is Matt. And what were you doing? No, do the thing.
Let's go. Go fancy.
I can't. I just can't. All right.
All right.
Dude, you better not be sleeping after that podcast. That was an amazing message. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Commissioner. Also subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Any comments, questions, concerns, send them to the Instagram page, The Commissioner, your fantasy football guide.